Arjuna's indecisiveness was reflected over here. So Krishna drove the. We would have heard about it, but I will just set the context that when the war was, when both the armies were there in front of each other, Arjuna said, Krishna was a charioteer of Arjuna, and so Krishna's other name is Partha Sarthi. Okay, and why? Because Partha is another name of Arjuna, and Sarthi is the one who is, he's carrying him. He's a friend. He's carrying him over there. He's taking his instructions as a Partha Sarthi. He's driving him. So now what happened? Krishna, when Arjuna said that, Krishna, please put my chariot in between, both the armies. I want to see who all have come to fight with me. I want to just take an analysis of that. So Krishna drove the chariot in midst of both the armies. Arjuna was in difficulty in having to fight the battle of Kurukshetra. Why? We will understand the reasons in the next slides. And that is the moment wherein he surrendered unto Krishna. And consequently, from there, the journey of Bhagavad Gita began. Okay. So, in a nutshell, if I have to talk about the Bhagavad Gita Mahatmya, it states like this, that all the Upanishads are like a cow, and the milker of the cow is Lord Shri Krishna, the son of Nanda. And Arjuna is the calf who is eternally there with the Lord Krishna. And the beautiful nectar of the Gita is the milk that we are getting. And the fortunate devotees of fine intellect are the drinkers and enjoyers of that milk. So I think this is something which we can derive as Bhagavad Gita Mahatmya. So every journey begins with a single step. So let's begin our own journey by starting with the first chapter, Arjun Vishad Yoga. Now, in this scene, the scene which we have understood, there are three personalities over here. Okay. The first one is Dhritarashtra, then we have Arjuna, and we have Duryodhana. Okay. Now, we will understand that the scene is same. Okay. But the three personalities are having different reaction to the scene. Why? The reason is that is the reason which makes us as humans, because why we humans see the same situation in a different way, because of the conditioning that we have, the conditioning that has come by the interactions of us with the material nature, with the three modes of material nature. What are the three modes of material nature? Sattva gun, rajogun, and tamogun. Right? So if somebody who is in a satogun is going to see the situation differently, if somebody who is in a tamogun is going to see it differently, and somebody who is in rajas gun, that is going to get reflected in a different fashion. So let's first talk about where or how Dhritarashtra was placed in this entire thing. So Dhritarashtra was in the mode of ignorance. Okay. So what is the mode of ignorance? Here, the entire Bhagavad Gita started with this first shloka, which is BG 1.1, wherein Dhritarashtra says, Dhritarashtra Uvacha, Dharam Kshetre Kurukshetre Samveta Yuyutsavaha Mamakaha Pandavashcheva Kim Akurvat Sanjaya. So what Dhritarashtra is saying? Dhritarashtra is saying that in this battlefield, with this battlefield is known as Kurukshetra, and Kurukshetra is Dharam Kshetra for us. We all would have heard about Kurukshetra from our lot of information that we have, that this is the place where religious rituals used to perform, and that was the battleground which was chosen for this battle to happen, this war to happen. So now this becomes all the more very auspicious. Why? Because the supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, was also there in that battle. So if Krishna is there and it is a Dharam Kshetre, Dhritarashtra was already worried about, how this entire situation is going to favor the Pandavas, because Pandavas were all along very pious. Okay. And he knew about that. Apparently, if you see, in our family also we have cousins, right? If I'm having my cousin sister, at times I just get into an argument with her and say that, hey, you know what, I'm not going to talk to you. But does that really happen? Second day we just pick up the phone, or maybe my aunt just say that, okay, you know what, you just patch it up. There is nothing such, such kind of conflict should not go on more than a day. But in this situation, Dhritarashtra doesn't want to have any compromise. He doesn't want to have any compromise between Kauravas and Pandavas. He wanted very clearly that, whatever is the fate of their sons of Kauravas, that gets decided in the battlefield. He doesn't want any, any friendliness, any friendly conversations to happen over there. That could be a resultant of, because this fight is happening at the Dharam that reflects the mode of ignorance which was there in Dhritarashtra, because he was all along keeping Pandavas as Mamaka, my Kauravas are mine, but Pandavas are not mine. But at the day, Both Pandavas and Kauravas are Kauravas. They all belong to Kuru dynasty. But he all along made a very clear stand. Pandavas are different. Mine are only Kauravas. And that is the reason he said very clearly, Mamaka Pandavas Sheva, Kim Akurvat Sanjaya. Now here, the Kim Akurvat Sanjaya, and that is the reason, because of Vyasadeva's mercy, Sanjaya was able to have that vision that he can see while being with Dhritarashtra in the kingdom. He was able to see the entire battle over there and entire everything that was happening over there. He was able to see that. Now, what is happening when, if you see this, when we boil milk, milk tons of water and quantity of water. You are boiling that milk. That is the dharma. In that, you are adding any sarness you are adding over there. Here, what the sarness is, the differentiation from the Dhritarashtra, that Kauravas are mine, Pandavas are not mine. So when you are having that sarness you are adding, it is going to result into something, and that is going to be a fate. And that he wants that clear fate to happen over there. He doesn't want anything in between to take place. So then we go and understand what is the thought of Duryodhana. Duryodhana was in the why. That part we will understand now. There was in the shloka number 1.3, which states Pashyatam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chimum Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tavshishena Dhimatam. So here he says that, "O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada." So this piece has some story behind it. The first thing is that Duryodhan was a great, he was very good in politics. He was a great politician. He knows how to handle, how to handle all of them over, who have come together. He was a great politician, so he knows what to talk, when to talk, and how much to talk. To influence and to get his the situation handled, his objective achieved. So Duryodhana, Acharya, Duryodhana Guru, and Pandava Guru was same, and he was Dronacharya. And Dronacharya was leading from Kaurava's team. He was the one he was a chief commander who was leading from Kaurava's team. So he said that Dronacharya, but there is a story when he said that the son of Drupada. I'm sure many of you would be aware of it, but the story is that. Um, Dronacharya, the story was that Dronacharya had some political quarrel with the king Drupada. And who was Drupada? Drupada was the father of Draupadi. Who is Draupadi? Draupadi, who was Arjuna's wife, Pandava's wife, right? So, as a result of this quarrel that they had between Drupada, the son of from the king Drupada, the this because of this quarrel, Drupada has taken a vow. The vow that he was taken is that he did a lot of yagyas, and from that he wanted a benediction of a son, and the son will become a reason. He will ensure that he will kill Dronacharya, and that is exactly happened. Drishtadumna was the son. So when Drishtadumna was born, Drupada sent Drishtadumna to Dronacharya's ashram only, to make him learn the entire skills of war. And Dronacharya, because he was a Brahmana and he was a guru cannot really reject, a disciple. So he has and cannot create a bias as well. So he has taught every whatever he has taught to Kauravas, whatever he has taught to Pandavas, he taught exactly the same thing to Drishtadumna also. And today, Drishtadumna was standing and representing Pandavas. He was the one who was arranging the army of Pandavas. So while seeing that, that is the reason Duryodhana goes very politically to Dronacharya and say that, see, now you see, can you see that? Can you see such a beautiful army that they have arranged, so expertly that they have arranged? That has happened by the son of Drupada. The son of Drupada, whom you have trained, is managing to arrange such a nice army over there. So that was the thought process, that now you have already done one mistake. Please don't do other by showing any leniency to the Pandavas, because I know that you are always lenient towards Pandava. And the favorite student of Dronacharya was Arjuna. So he always had his heart and a soft corner towards Pandavas, and especially towards Arjuna. So he wanted to warn Dronacharya over here. So that was the mode in which Duryodhana was working. He was in the mode of passion, that I have to make it happen. I have to win. I'm not going to share anything with anybody. Everything is mine. Then what happened? Then what happened is that finally the war started. The first thing was that there was the conch shells were blown from Kaurava's side, and then the conch shells were blown from Pandava's side. So the shloka is Saghosho Dhartarashtra Nam Hridayani Vyadirayata Nabhasa Prithvim Cheva Tumulo Bhayanu Udayanam. So the blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious and thus vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. So when Kauravas blow their conch shells, there was no impact. There was no such information which you will see in the Bhagavad Gita. But the moment the Pandavas blew their conch shells, and the conch shells were from Lord Shri Krishna, it was Panchjanya. From Arjuna, it was Devdatta. From Bhima, it was Pondra. From Yudhishthira, it was Ananta Vijaya. Nakula blew Sugosha and Sahadev blew Mani Pushpaka. So when they have blew their conch shells, it actually shattered the heart of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Why? Because Lord Krishna was there with Pandavas, and where Krishna is there, the victory was any which ways. It was clear, it was defined. Besides this, what so we need to also understand the signs which were already there. Before the war started, what were the signs of the victory which were there? Number one, this battle was happening at the Dharamkshetra, which is Kurukshetra. So that was the first signal. Number two, the divine chariot, which on which Arjuna was there, and which Krishna was riding. That chariot was given by the fire god. Kapi Dhwaja. If you see the Kapi Dhwaja, it had an emblem of Hanumanji, and wherever Ram is there, Hanuman is going to be there. So to this Krishna was there over here, so Hanuman is supposed to be there as an eternal servitor of the Lord. Shankhanad, the Shankhanad we have already seen in the previous slide from the shloka. Gandiva, the Gandiva of Arjuna, Pashupata Astra, was also given by Shiva, and he got it from Shiva as a blessing. Tekta Jivita. Tekta Jivita means that a bad omen. So Tekta Jivita means, like, if you would have Duryodhana before the war started, Duryodhana, there is one shloka wherein Duryodhana says that, just see all the soldiers and all of them who have come to fight and die for me over here in this battle. So that was a bad omen, wherein he has already declared before the war starting that they all are going to fight and they all are going to die who are supporting me. So that was Tyakta Jivita. Mokshada Ekadashi, this battle already started on the auspicious day of Mokshada Ekadashi. And Bhagyalakshmi. So we know wherever, Narayan is there, wherever Krishna is there, the fortune of the goddess of fortune is always going to be where Narayan is there. And the last is Rishikesha himself being present with Arjuna. So the victory was defined over here. Still, Arjuna had lot of reasons which he placed in the first chapter, telling to Krishna that he doesn't want to fight. Why? Because he was a pure devotee of the Lord, and these are nothing but a pure devotee of the Lord is always somebody who thinks about even the smallest of the ant and everybody around us. So he, from his actions, doesn't want to hurt anyone. And here, when he saw his own family members, all these reasons actually came naturally to him. The first being compassion. He was feeling compassion that when he saw his own spiritual master, his own guru, Dronacharya was there, his Bhishma Pitama was there, all his kinsmen's blood relatives, they all were standing in front of him, ready to die, ready to fight this battle with him. So he was having a lot of compassion for them, that, how am I going to fight with my own kinsmen? What am I going to achieve while, taking the blood of, all of my kinsmen? Then there was no enjoyment. He was having this feeling that even if I fight and if I win the war, what is the benefit of winning the war? Because with whom I'm going to enjoy this war, this entire throne, when all my kinsmen are going to are going to die in this battle? What am I going to achieve, and with whom I'm going to enjoy this entire throne? Even in our personal life, right? When we achieve something, we want to share it, we want to enjoy it with our own kinsmen, with people around us. What is the fun of just having it, for yourself? So that was the thought, Arjuna was having. Sin, he was feeling that, if I'm going to, get into this battle and I'm going to kill my own kinsmen, my guru, my Dronacharya, I'm going to acquire sin while killing so many people. I don't want to take this sin on me. Family tradition. So you know that when a war happens, and at that time, in that war, the men used to go over there to fight the war, and the females, the children, others are not allowed to participate in the war. So he knew that if I'm going to, when we are going to have this battle, all the men are going to die. And when all the men are going to die, the family traditions are going to get compromised, they're going to get destroyed. And indecision, while seeing the situation, he said that I'm not able to decide what is right and what is wrong for me. Krishna, please tell me what I'm supposed to do. So um, I just want to check with all of you. Do you think the points that are given by Arjuna, this is something that we can relate from our personal life? Any one or two, if you want to just share your thought. Do you think any of these points we also face in our personal life at any point of time? Anyone? Am I audible? Krishna Kumar Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, you are properly audible.
I'm just
And of
going to
course,
wrap up.
we
Yeah, in
can
next 2 minutes.
relate
Yeah.
it. We can relate it.
Okay. All right. So I think this is something that we can self-reflect by while we come in the next class tomorrow. That how does these,
Can I say something?
please, Mataji, please share your thoughts.
Okay, so after having this attending this first class, a thought came to my mind. It's like the sin. At the end, you talked about the sin that he will get after killing everyone.
Yeah.
So I think in modern day life, we are not killing anyone, but we are killing others with our words. We are
Yep.
so maybe that's the thing, that we shouldn't hurt anyone with our words, because that is also creating a sin for us.
Yes, Mataji. Absolutely. Wonderful, Mataji. Thank you so much for sharing your thought. Wonderful. So I think we should all reflect on this that, at any phase of life, do you feel that, we have also encountered into a situation? And if we have, then this is the good start for all of us to take this journey ahead. So today we are going to conclude on this note that we have covered a broad overview of the chapter number one, wherein we have understood Dhritarashtra's inquiry. The chapter one started with Dhritarashtra's inquiry. We have also understood Duryodhana's fear. We have shared our thoughts on that. We have understood the importance of blowing of conch shells. We have understood Arjuna's observation and Arjuna's reasons that he has given for not to fight. And in the next chapter that we are going to start tomorrow, we are going to see how Krishna is going to defute all the arguments that are laid down by Arjuna from his from the knowledge that he will give it to us. So on that note, I'm going to conclude this presentation, this class from my side. Any questions, any thoughts from any one of you, if you want to share, please do let me know. I'm so sorry, devotees, that I've extended by 10 minutes. I'm really, really sorry for that. Yes, I think, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So after every class, my request, humble request to all of you would be that is the attendance link, yeah, attendance